All are welcome back once again. Today we will be thoroughly discussing about chapter number 4C, applications. And here applications are the part of formal letters. And generally the applications can be made for employment, means for job. Now one thing you should note properly here, the structure that we are following for the formal letter should not be changed. So you should use the structure accordingly. Keeping in mind all the aspects of the formal letter, we are only focusing here in this part the applications letters. And generally the application letters, when you just write down, it falls in three parts. So that three parts you should be very carefully engaged in that. Let's take a look at the first one. An introduction stating whether the writer is writing in a response to an advertisement or he is writing on his own initiative. A brief reference is made to the nature of the post applied for. So when you wanted to get a job, there are two possibilities. One possibility, already for the particular job, the advertisement has been published in the newspaper, and for that you are giving a response. So we can write the response there through the advertisement, or suppose you need a job and directly you are applying to the particular job without any having a reference for that. So that you should clearly mention the nature of job and how you are applying to them through the advertisement published or by your own. So that is the first part, is very important, and in the introduction of this body of the letter you should add this point. Next one, a statement of his age, qualification and experience. So what type of job you are applying for that you should keep it in mind the qualifications and experience asked for, even the age also, and that you should clearly mention what's your age, what's your qualifications, is it suitable to that particular job, do you have some sort of experience in that particular job or not. These all things should be clear, so the manager or the company can think about your application. Third point, it is very important that you should make the reference to the testimonials. Now testimonials means your certificates of all educational qualifications, some extracurricular activities, some other activities, some experience certificates that you should write down. In short, an assurance of the applicant's earnestness of purpose, how much eager you are to get the job and how you are well qualified for this and what type of service you can provide if you get the job. So these all things you should try to satisfy in this kind of a letter, and definitely when you write it in a proper way, possibilities that your applications would be considered for the same. So whenever there is an application letters are asked, you should follow these formulas and you should follow these three parts for writing the application for the employment or for job. So here, for more better understanding, we'll be discussing thoroughly the solved example of letter of application. Take a look at here. Here it is a solved example that has been made for the application for the post of stenographer. So let's take a look at here. As we are following the structure like a formal letter, it should be same. First of all, sender's address. Next we have date, formats we have already discussed. Then comes receiver's address, to whom you are about to write down the letter that you should add there. Then comes salutations, that's dear sir always. One point you can just see here, that is a subject. So subject if you write, that should be according to your employment or a job. But in exam, it's an optional. If you want, you can note it down, or subject can directly mention into the first point itself or into the main beginning paragraph. So it is not needed to be written in a separate way. You can add here or you can directly skip this. Next one, let's try to take a look at the applications letters within the paragraphs and how it is composed. First paragraph says, that is an introduction. In introduction we can see, in response to your advertisements in the Hindustan Times dated 18 July 2021. I submit my application for the post of stenographer, and as I desire to be employed in a larger firms than that in which I am working at present. So this definitely shows that you are replying to an advertisement that has already published into the newspaper for the job of stenographer. So that is what the introduction you should write. It's clear that you are responding to the particular advertisement for the job. Next, now you are just going to have your testimonials, that's and certificates and your education. So in second paragraphs you are clarifying that you are eligible for that job or not, your qualifications and age. As regards my qualifications, I passed the Indian Certificate of Secondary Education examination in the 2005 from the Otnip Academy, Nainital. Then I studied for 2 years at the International Commercial College, New Delhi, taking courses in shorthand, typewriting and bookkeeping. So this is what your qualifications, and that states that you are eligible for the particular job of stenographer. Next one, your experiences you should mention here, and what are your extracurricular or your activities have been done. Since June 2010, I have been working as a junior stenographer in the office of the Importer and Exporter Limited, Kochi, where I have had practice and experience in all types of work expected of a stenographer. I am able to type accurately with a speed of 40 words per minute, and my speed in shorthand is 80 words per minute. Further, I am able to handle independent correspondence. So this is your well experienced mention here. So what company desires, if you have that, definitely there are the chances that you would be called for interview. Next one, your age and your expectations, and what can you do for the company if you got selected. I am 20 years old and I enjoy good health. A salary of about 25,000 a month would induce me to change my present position. My present employers have no objections to my desire to improve my prospects. I am also enclosing here with some of the testimonials which may be of some help to you to assess my abilities. So here last paragraph, it expects how much salary do you want or do you expect it, and then you are enclosing some of the certificates also that you have already mentioned here, so the company can assure that you are well qualified person. And finally, last sentence comes concluding sentence, and in concluding sentence it is written that if I am appointed as a stenographer, I assure you, sir, that I will do my best to satisfy you with my work and conduct. So you are giving the assurance and you are eager to join this job if you are paid 25,000 salary per month. And finally comes subscription, that is yours faithfully, Joe Varghese, and enclosures means testimonials, means along with that letter you are attaching some certificates of experience and your qualifications. So this is what some sort you need to follow in order to write the letters of applications. I hope these ideas are clear to you. Here it is an assignment, so you are expected to write down the assignment given here, and this shows that write a letter to the editor of the Hindustan Times offering your service as a correspondent. Correspondence means you are the working for the Hindustan Times newspaper. That's all for today's session. In the next one, we will try to understand the next chapter. Thanks a lot for joining. Thank you very much.